Today we're going to be doing a hairstyle using a waterfall twist braid, and I have started this just by making a part on the top of her head, and then I am going to extend this down the back of her head temporarily. And this part in the back is just to let me know where to stop. I'm going to be bringing a braid across the top, and I don't want to add any hair from this half of her head, so I'm going to put this over her shoulder for now. And then I'm going to begin the braid here in the front. And the section of hair that you start with, you want to make sure that it is a fairly thick section because it needs to last all the way across to the other side of her head, and you're not going to be adding in any hair to it like you would a French braid. So with this section of hair, if you think you're going to have a problem with flyaways, you may want to add a little bit of gel to it. We have sprayed some water on hers, and that helps keep things smooth for us. And then you want to split it in half. And then take the strand here on the right and cross it over the strand on the left. And then grab a section of hair here from the top, just like you would if you were making a French braid. And then place this section that you just grabbed from the top in between the two strands of the twist and let it drop. And then twist these two pieces again. So you're always going to be bringing this strand that's on the right over the strand on the left. And then that strand just stays hanging down. Now you're ready to add another piece from the top. Place it in between the two strands of the twist, and then again twist those together. And you just want to continue that until you get to the middle part that you made in the back. And I'm kind of bringing this down at a diagonal. I started here up a little bit higher and it is coming down. So now I have added all of the hair on this side of her head. I'm just going to twist this down a little ways, and then I'm just going to clip it down here out of the way while I work on the other side. So now that we're working on the left side of her head, this braid is going to be the exact same, except you're going to want to twist it in the opposite direction, meaning that before you were taking the right strand over the left, this time the strand on the left is going to go over the strand on the right, and that is just so that the twists are both coming in towards the top of her head, if that makes any sense. So I just twisted this strand over the strand on the right, and now I'm ready to grab a strand from the top. And again, you're just going to place that right in the middle of the twist and let it drop, and then take the strand that is now on the left and cross it over the strand on the right again. I have braided in all of this hair from the top of her head, and these braids are basically meeting in the middle. I'm going to tie off this one side, and now we are ready to make these braids cross. So I'm going to unclip this other side, find my two strands again, and now I'm going to be incorporating the strands that are coming down from this side into this braid. So I'm going to take this end, and it is going to be the first section that I'm bringing through the middle of that twist from the other side. I'm actually going to pull this elastic down just a little bit so I can fit it in there, and then just begin twisting again. So the next strand of hair that I'm going to be bringing into this twist is this strand that's coming down from the top that went through the twist on the other side. And you just continue that until you run out of all of these strands of hair. And I'm still bringing this down at a diagonal, so the braid is just going to come down like this. Okay, so I've added in all of the strands that I brought in from the top of the braid on this side. So at this point, I'm just going to twist this down a little bit and then tie it off with a clear rubber band. Okay, so this side is finished, and now I'm going to do the exact same thing with the remaining hair on this side. So I'm taking out the elastic, and then I'm going to try to find my 2 strands again. So as you're finishing this last braid, you just need to keep in mind that this twist is going to be going the opposite direction of this twist. So again, I'm bringing this strand that is on the left over the strand that was on the right. And then you just need to find the first strand that's hanging down on this side, add it in the middle of there, and twist again. So that is the finished style. I think it actually turned out pretty cool. If you are worried about this holding up and you have an active child and you know this isn't going to last, something you could do is just split this in half right here at the top and then tie each of these ends into pigtails just right here, and that would help hold it together a little bit better.